In the heart of every waterfowl hunter, there's a memory where it all began. For us, the waterfowl life started in the southern United States in the flooded timbers and expansive marshland. But as our journey unfolded, the quest for waterfowl led us beyond our home. The passion eventually takes us to different flyways, different countries, and beyond. We discovered that the culture of waterfowl transcends borders. And so, a daring dream took root, a dream to hunt 100 different species of waterfowl across the globe. We wanted to share the story of adventure and encounters with fellow hunters, each sharing the same passion as us. The landscapes will change, the species will vary, but the passion remains the same. One dream, a long road, 100 species. This is the road to 100.
Good to go.
All right, so we're on another adventure for Road to 100. This one's special. We're here with some friends of mine that I've known for several years, Gray and Mike. We are here in Lake Michigan in Green Bay. So we've been doing a lot of goose hunting so far this season. I know Kayam and I are both pretty stoked to finally be out on the water. Duck hunting's more of my thing. Love geese, love field hunting, but I love this way more. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a layout boat hunt. We got Kayam's friend Jordan here too. This will be a new experience for Jordan and Kayam. So we'll show you what this setup is like and what it's all about. Hopefully target species today are gonna primarily be common goldeneye. We're gonna have some bluebills, there's some lessers and graders in here. Maybe later in the trip we'll get lucky on some Oldsquaw.
And there should be some white wings out.
And there should be some white winged scoters. So yeah, we're heading out here into the mouth of this thing, breaking the ice as we get through. This is the coolest duck boat setup I've been in. Custom job here. This is pretty sweet. That's a lot of birds.
We're gonna hunt out a one layout boat, but the cameraman's gonna be in this layout boat. So we want to set the spread up first for the hunter. So we're gonna do what we call ditch this boat. We're just gonna anchor this and let it sit off. We're gonna go set the rig up, get it all done, get the hunter in, and then we're gonna come back, pick this up, and get it in position for the cameraman. So we got to set the boats first, and then the lines. It's a little bit of a process.
Grab from that side there and we'll just go that way.
Okay, reverse.
Take some layers off today.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you want?
Pretty good system, don't you think, Brian?
I think so. These bags are clutch for this.
Yeah.
All right, so now we've got our lines of decoys set up. We're in about 20-25 foot of water. And we got bluebills and some goldeneye decoys out. We've had a couple of scoters already kind of bust through here as well. I'm gonna, oh yeah, right there's a white wing. It's a hen. So we're gonna jump in this layout boat, and then Kayam's gonna get back behind me in a different layout boat, and we'll see if we can't. Oh, she's working that perfect. So we're gonna see if we can't have a little bit of luck here. Got myself a little bit of flag. This homemade flag. So we will jump in the layouts and see if we can't start working on some new species for the project.
got your radio?
Oh, I didn't grab that. Is that one right there? And then flag, and then there's that, which camera?
Your
Got
butt
it.
can sit on that.
Here.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. All right, man.
Okay, I'll try not to fall asleep. I mean, it's all we could do. Got that one though. Everybody has an off day. Today I'm having a little bit of an off day. I'm not shooting so great. Of course, we've got like a pro shooter in here making fun of me. He's not making fun of me, but I'm gonna make some fun of myself. It's a little bit different going from shooting out of, you know, field layout blinds and A-frames to being in the water, shooting out of layout boat. But we've adjusted our spread a little bit. We've run the lines a little bit different angles. We don't have a ton of wind, and so those birds aren't quite wanting to run those lines and kind of those lanes that we created with the decoys how we want. So we made ourselves some sandwiches. We're gonna switch out. I'm gonna see if I'm better with a camera than a gun today. No, we'll let everybody else start to cycle through. So hopefully we get a good little midday shoot here. But did check off my common Goldeneye. So common Goldeneye, I'm checking it off the list here. Shot a hen, shot another drake we couldn't find, but with the common Goldeneye, they vary a little bit from the Barrows Goldeneye. Some distinguishing features, the drake here has a little bit more green iridescent versus the Barrows Goldeneye that we hope to get later. It's got more of a bluish purple. You can see this is more of like a round white circle, whereas a Barrows will have more of a moon shape white marking here just below the eye. As you can see, they do have a little bit of a gold look to the eye itself. When you get into the speculum, looking at the primaries and the secondaries, the coloring is a little bit different versus Barrows and common. The common Goldeneye's got a little bit more white here. Doesn't have the spots that you sometimes find on the Barrows. So really cool bird found here in Green Bay. You can actually hunt common Goldeneye in a lot of different places. We've got them kind of, I think, scattered across every flyway, but this is a great area to come and find these guys. And we're super stoked to check this one off the list for the road to 100.
All right, we have officially switched. I'm in the shooter seat now, and got a little bit of a lull, but I hope it picks up. The Tinderboat just took off. Got Ryan attempting to film in the background, but we'll load up here and see if anything gets flying.
It's so hard to be able to pick up birds and then get everything how I need it and then get recording in time.
Don't try to track the birds, just stay at like 80 mil and just keep me at the bottom of the frame and the sky in the top. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it, is just hold it there.
Alright, sounds good.
Yep, just like that. There you go, man.
Hey! All right, well, that was a successful wrap on day one. We all got on some Goldeneye. We circulated 4 of us into those blinds. We all got our shots at some birds. My buddy Jordan got some, I got some. Really happy with the drake that I got, but it's an awesome start for a day one. And the boys here say that day 2 has a little surprise for us, so can't wait to sleep, take a hot shower, wake up, and do whatever this surprise is.
How icy is it? I want to pick you guys up probably on that side.
Which side?
Back over there.
This side? Okay.
So great. These waypoints here, that's that bathing cell that birds.
I've got one down off my left side. All right, so we just did a little bit of a swap. I'm not shooting well this trip, and you know, I'm not used to not shooting well, but that's just how it goes sometimes. It doesn't matter how long you do this. Everybody has an off day. I'm not gonna make any excuses, but I think that there's some really unique challenges to shooting out of layout boats. Not my first time shooting out of a layout boat. It's been a few years, but if you got any sort of little bit of chop and waves, obviously you're bouncing, and so you gotta pop up out of these boats and then try to get on these birds, and these Oldsquaw are ripping through here. They're not really like setting their wings into the decoys or anything. Most Seaducks don't, in my experience. And so it just makes for a really good, challenging wing shoot.
He's down. I'm not sure if he's dead or not. I can't see well over there. I think I see him still up.
Okay, so we just wrapped up morning 2. Had a fun little shoot. Needless to say, Kyle and I struggled a little bit on the gun, and but we got our Oldsquaw checked off. So this is an Oldsquaw, also known as a longtail, but if you call them that, you might run the risk of getting punched in the throat by an old timer. So I recommend sticking with Oldsquaw. They're really cool little birds. They're actually found a lot in the Pacific and Atlantic flyways around Alaska, and then in the New England states. Obviously here in the Great Lakes region, they have them as well. Their longtail name comes from these really cool sprigs that here come off the back. Pretty darn neat. This one's got a pretty nice tail on them. You can see the scapulas here, some really cool white feathers that come off right here behind the secondaries, but just a really pretty bird. Super excited to check this one off the list, and fortunate enough for Kyle and I both to get these. So the Oldsquaw here on Lake Michigan. All right, last morning here with Mike and Grayson. We're putting 2 different sets out today, so we've already got 1 layout boat out. We're gonna put this one out, run our lines, and run 2 guns at the same time, and hopefully get into some more Goldeneye and Scoff today, and whatever else feels like playing. So we're gonna dump this guy and get rolling. Ready? Yep.
Birds up in front of your end. Well, they've come right up in between us, but I don't know, it seems like these big groups are going by that are in front of me right now. They'll be coming right at me, and then they just appear off the other side.
The Mergs are doing it dirty, and I got my my common Merganser Drake, so that's cool.
Get shells?
So today has been pretty interesting already. I just got in the boat, we switched out. We're running 2 layout boats with hunters in them instead of one in front as a hunter and then me behind as a filmer. So now we're doubling our chances of shooting more birds, but we did have a backup angle with the drone. The drone unfortunately fell out of the sky on a flyway incident earlier. It just kind of dropped, went into the water. That's done for, and the timber boat's too far away to be filming with the long winds and the waves. It's just, so these are our angles. We'll see how it turns out.
That double's gonna look sick on the 360.
Okay, so we wrapped up our last day here on Lake Michigan with the Ponders. It's been a really cool trip. We checked off a couple of new species, which is always fun, and then I got super lucky. This is a red-breasted Merganser. This is not like a primo, you know, old bird. This is kind of a little bit younger, but you can see these unique characteristics that they have. They've got that razor bill like most Mergansers. The red-breasted Merganser's kind of got this mohawk thing going, and then obviously a little bit of this red breast here. And they're a fish-eating bird, so that means that they honestly don't taste very good at all. But this one did it right and decoyed. For a lot of guys that are trying to collect species, this is a hard one to get. So I was just in the right place at the right time. And I'm gonna go ahead and check that off my list on our road to 100 here for myself. But it's just been a fantastic trip. We've had a great time. Looking forward to getting home for the holidays, and then we're gonna keep hitting it and go after some more unique opportunities. So we're gonna wrap this one up here on Lake Michigan and off to the next adventure.
Alrighty, that was another episode of the Road to 100. We really hope you guys enjoyed that episode. But before I go into unpacking that sea duck hunt and why Ryan's not here, let's go ahead. You know what time it is? It's giveaway time. Before I announce our new items, I have to first announce our winner from last week. And last week's giveaway was the RW Coolidge call lanyard and the First Lite furnace hoodie. So let's just cue this software up, pick a winner, and looks like Peyton Epley. You've won yourself a hoodie and a call lanyard. So we'll get your sizing and your color preference and get that headed towards you. We'll shoot you an email and figure out everything else from there. And for our next giveaway for this episode, first item on the list is something that was clutch on this trip, especially being in a layout boat that has water in the bottom of the boat, is this RW Coolidge shell pouch. That's one whole box of Apex ammo in there. Probably fit 2 boxes, but just this waxed tin cloth really keeps the water out. I mean, you can't just chunk it in the sea and then pull it out and it's going to keep water out. But as far as setting it in puddles and mud, whatever, it's great to have in your blind bag and then be able to pull this out. It's just a lot easier to manage than a cardboard box. So we've been using this all season. I just really like it. It's practical, looks cool. People are always asking where to get them. So you can win this guy. And I actually don't have a physical copy of the other item that we're giving away because I lost mine. And that's the OG black with the white 100 duck head logo, our original cap that we gave away to all of the outfitters and friends that we went hunting with this season. It's been kind of exclusive, but we just ordered new stock and we've had so much interest from everyone that's watched the videos. They want this hat. So in coalition with announcing that we're bringing these hats in stock and they'll be available on our website and on our YouTube page here pretty soon. That's also going to be a part of this giveaway. So you'll get the shell pouch and the OG Road to 100 cap. And so to enter for that giveaway, all you got to do is go to the description below. There's going to be a thing that says link to giveaway. You just click that, follow the steps. Again, you can get extra entries by doing things like subscribing, commenting, etc., etc. So go ahead, get yourself signed up for that. And let's dive into this episode. So Ryan's not here. He's off gallivanting with his family and doing family things, and he locked me here in my dungeon to edit. And so this episode was pretty fun to edit looking back. I had my best friend Jordan. He was my roommate in college, and it just so happened we had scheduled this hunt a little bit earlier, and it ended up getting delayed, and so it fell on the week that my buddy was coming up here to visit me at my little off-grid cabin in Montana. So we just said, oh well, just bring him along with us. So we got him a plane ticket, got him out there. That was his first layout Seaduck hunt as well. He had a great time. It was just a really awesome time. Mike and Grayson Ponder, father and son, those guys are dialed with their Seaduck system, and they are just stellar guys. They were super, super fun to hang out with, super knowledgeable. Grayson, you might have noticed some of the shooting in there was way above the average that me, Ryan, and my buddy Jordan were putting out. Grayson got in the boat and embarrassed all of us whenever he got in the layout boat. In fact, there at the end of the film, you see that double shot there where birds split him and he gets him on the right and left. That was nuts. That was a great shot. So one of the reasons that Grayson might look just exponentially better than us is, one, he's just grown up hunting ducks, and the style that he learned is in the layout boat doing Seaducks with his dad. So that just automatically gives him a little bit of an edge. He said, in fact, it was weird when he had to start standing up on the ground and shooting birds, that was the weird adjustment for him. So it was opposite of us. But another reason is Grayson's actually a professional clay shooter. He shoots for the National Sporting Clays Association competitively. He travels around, does tournaments, all that stuff. So he's a really good shot. And he gave us both some good pointers the night that we filmed our podcast with the Ponders, which that episode of the podcast will be releasing next week. Definitely check that out. Some great tips and pointers from Grayson and his dad for, shooting and why they shoot sub gauges. And we got into a whole debate on the topic, and they educated us basically. So there's a lot of that story with the Ponders themselves. Again, how we do this is the episode comes out, you see these really cool people, and then you get the chance to character deep dive by going and watching and listening to the podcast. And another awesome thing that we cover in that podcast, getting to know the Ponders, is that Grayson is one of the youngest people to do the North American 41 waterfowl species. He started when he was about 7 and finished when he was about 14, 15. And we kind of dive into that story and what it was like for that father-son duo, that relationship, just growing through that experience of hunting and the hecticness and craziness that happened with that experience and that journey. So definitely go check out that podcast with the Ponders. It'll be dropping next Sunday. There's tons of stuff in there, tons of epic adventure stories. And again, we go over sub gauges and how to shoot, a little bit more accurately everything like that. And if you're not already, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. We've got about 5 more episodes coming out in season 1 of the Road to 100. So stay tuned, and thank you guys for watching.